The Leafs go on the road to start their informal second half of the season and take it to the Columbus Blue Jackets, beating them 4-2. And what a game by this Leaf club. You know what? Coming into the game, I did not know what to expect. Columbus coming off an emotional victory in overtime. They played yesterday, so they're on the second night of a back-to-back. However, they started their backup yesterday. So Sergei Bobrovsky was going to be in net tonight. Mike Babcock decides to do the same thing they did yesterday. So Garrett Sparks gets the start tonight, and I'm like, Columbus is a really good team. We're on the road. We haven't played in 5 days, 6 days, whatever you want to say. Garrett Sparks is in net. He's been really shaky. I don't know what to feel about this. And the Leafs needed to come out flying, in my head, to get this thing going. And the Leafs, they do just that. The Leafs get a power play, and man, this team is good. And this team is getting the power play because John Tavares, and it was a weird one, right? Mitch Marner goes for his nice little slap pass to Nazem Kadri. Kadri does get the initial tip, and then it's redirected by John Tavares into the back of the net, and the Leafs have the early lead, 2:22 in. It's 1-0, and that's what you want to see for Garrett Sparks on the road. Get him the lead early. Problem, just over 2 minutes after that, Nick Foligno down the line, down the right side, not much going there. He just takes a shot, beats Sparks 5-hole. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god, Garrett Sparks, why are you doing this? Like, that was my thought, and I'm like, Leafs, you got to keep going. You got to keep scoring for us. And with just under 2 minutes to play, Mitch Marner to who? John Tavares into the back of the net. JT with his second goal of the game. And what a shot this was by John Tavares, right? Marner goes to Tavares. He must have caught Sergei Bobrovsky off guard because Sergei tries to fight it off like he didn't even know it was coming. But Tavares puts it in the toppest of corners of the net. And it's in the net for his 26th goal of the year. Tavares on pace for over 50 goals. His career high last year, I think, was like 38 or 39 or something. So this is ridiculous. He's like 13 goals away from that. So it's crazy. Marner grabs another assist. And the Leafs get their lead back. And at that point in time, I'm like, Leafs, just get into the break. Still up 1 goal. They do that. The Leafs have the 2-1 lead going into the first intermission, and they outshoot the Columbus Blue Jackets 13-8 in the first period. That's what you like to see. Now, let's go to the second period. And the problem in this one, the Leafs were getting onslaughted, right? Columbus is coming at them hard. The Leafs didn't do a bad job. Like, yeah, they had 10 shots. The Leafs got outshot 10-6 in that second period. But Garrett Sparks stood tall. Got to give the kid credit for credit where credit is due, right? He made the saves when he needed to, made a couple big saves, and keeps all 10 shots out. And the Leafs find a way to get it done. Jake Gardiner up to, and you know what? Everyone chirps Jake Gardiner, but no one says if you guys know me from past videos, if you guys watched last year's videos or even the year before, you would know my personal opinion towards Jake Gardiner, and I think I can speak for every Leaf fan when I say that. But if you watch this next goal by the Leafs, this goal by Mitch Marner, it all starts with Jake Gardiner. Why? Well, the Columbus Blue Jackets have the puck in the slot, and Jake Gardiner gets his stick in the lane. It ramps up his stick and goes off the glass. He gets it up to Austin Matthews. And then Austin Matthews gets going, and he kind of stops and waits because Mitch Marner's coming flying up the middle and puts a beautiful pass right to the tape of Marner to the back of the net. And the Leafs got a 2-goal lead. It is now 3-1. That was about midway through 9:46 into the period. Marner's 13th. He's having a great time scoring. Matthews with a great assist. And Jake Gardiner with the secondary assist. A well-earned assist from Jake Gardiner, and the Leafs go into the second intermission with a 3-1 lead. Now, this team overall has been very good this year when holding leads after 2 periods of play and when scoring the first goal. However, it doesn't really mean squat on a game-to-game basis. It just means that they've been playing well. Third period, the Leafs still play hard, and it's kind of back and forth action. Columbus outshoots the Leafs 11-10 in that third period. Artemi Panarin does score one, and it was a nasty one. I'm not going to blame Garrett Sparks on that one. You kind of can't. But before that, 13 minutes in, Par Lindholm with a really hard job on the boards. And you got watch that play. And he kind of muscles himself close to the net, and a nifty little backhand pass to the center of the ice to who? Frederik Gauthier, who finds probably a sliver of an opening between Bobrovsky and the post and beats him short side. Frederik Gauthier has 2 goals in 2 games. Trevor Moore with the secondary assist. Then the Leafs have a 4-1 lead. And like I said, Artemi Panarin scored to make it 4-2 with like a minute 28 to go. It didn't really matter at that point. And the Leafs win 4-2. The shots on goal, 29 apiece. Face-off dot, the Leafs dominated. They were plus 10 in the face-offs. 57% to their 41. Really good job by the Leafs in the game today. Special teams, not so bad. 1 for 2 in the power play for the Buds. Columbus, 0 for 2. So the Leafs killed off both penalties for Columbus. And that's the one thing, if I look at this Leaf team and what they've struggled with, it's the ability to play on the PK. They've had some tough time doing that lately. I think that coming into the game, they were ranked 17th in the NHL in penalty kill. Not very good. But to see Columbus go 0 for 2 on their power plays, ideally they have one of the worst power plays, but you got to do your job. The Leafs did today. They outscore them, and they do a great job against a red-hot goaltender. Sergei Bobrovsky coming into the game had won, I think in his last 6 starts, he had goals against of just over 1. He's been incredible. And the Leafs take it to them. And the Buds, guys, if you do the math, in their last, 15 games, the Leafs are 11-2-2. Incredible job. And this team, with continuous wins that they are getting right now, you know, the Buffalo Sabres are struggling hard. The Leafs have now won 5 straight games. They're 26-10-2. They have 54 points in 38 games. This team is playing at a ridiculous clip. They're doing an amazing job. They got to keep going, though. And the great news, Frederik Andersen gets the start tomorrow night as the Leafs welcome in the New York Islanders. The Leafs come back home to take on the Islanders. Thomas Greiss versus Frederik Andersen are the expected starters, I'm assuming. Because, come on, if Freddie Andersen doesn't play back-to-backs, I don't think Garrett Sparks is going to play back-to-backs. 7 o'clock puck drop there. The Leafs look for their 6th straight victory. And the New York Islanders, without John Tavares, are 19-13-4. They're 6-2-2 in their 6-3-1 in their last 10 games. They've won 2 straight. What is going on with the Islanders? I mean, Matthew Barzal's been fantastic. But the Leafs, on the second night of a back-to-back, so are the Islanders. Okay? So there's no excuses. They played at home against the Ottawa Senators. They got to travel to Toronto. Leafs got to travel from Columbus to Toronto tomorrow night. All right? Great game by the Leafs tonight, all around, for fantastic performance. You know, we didn't know what we were going to see come back from the break, 5-6 days off, Christmas dinner. You know, we didn't know what was going to be happening with this team. But they came out flying, and they got the win. Great job by the Leafs tonight. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys enjoyed the game today. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. And the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys. What'd you think of the game today? Who is your MVP? Would you give it to JT? Would you give it to Mitch Marner? Would you give it to Garrett Sparks? And you know what? I'm going to give it to Garrett Sparks. 2 goals and 29 shots. He made quite a few big saves in the game today. Look, I'm still not sold on him, but I'm happy he did a good job there tonight for the Leafs. And if he can continuously produce like this, then I think we'll start to like him. But for right now, he had a good game today. And as Fred VanVleet always says, prove himself, or prove yourself, or whatever the heck it is. Or maybe that was DeMar DeRozan. Prove him. Anyways, that's that. Who's your MVP, guys? I mean, you know, would you give it to Matthews, Marner, Tavares, Garrett Sparks? I want to hear what you guys have to say about this game and all that great stuff. The Leafs play as of Lakes. That record of 11-2-2 just hit me right in the face. Like, wow, they've played that good. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that kind of stuff. And I will talk to you guys, or Evan and I will talk to you guys, podcast edition, January 2nd, probably. I'm going to confirm it very shortly for you guys. Link to it in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is also down below, guys. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition, Sunday. What was that? Sunday. There it is. Sunday. Sunday evening as the Raptors take on the Chicago Bulls at Scotiabank Arena. That is a must-win for this Raptor team in more ways than one. They need the victory emotionally. They need to get back into the win column. And they got to beat those Chicago Bulls. So there's that. And as for the Leafs, guys, like we said, they welcome in the New York Islanders to Scotiabank Arena. All right, 7 o'clock puck drop tomorrow night. Thomas Greiss, Frederik Andersen are the expected starters. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you guys then.